conversation, we talk about light stuff without that invasion of privacy. And so taking care of yourself and doing some me time is very critical for a man to maintain mental sanity. Because believe me, I've been in this business 26 years. Many of the men walking up and down are on the brink of breakdown because they're not happy at home, they're not happy with their jobs, they're in a job that they do not enjoy, but because they have to put bread on the table, they continue to work. So sometimes there is no outlet. So I don't take, none of us here take our job for granted. We understand our role and we pay attention to our customers. Sometimes you see a gentleman coming here and you can't understand why he's so irritable just to get a haircut. It's not about the haircut. It's the fact that he just wants to relax, chill, and probably talk to somebody about anything.
Yes.
You know, so it's mental illness is, we do not understand that being mentally well is critical to your very existence, and we tend to look down on persons with mental illness, or we do not see mental illness as an illness because your bone is not broken or you're not showing any physical damage. But mental illness is one of those, or mental wellness I should say, is one of those things that should be paramount in your life.
Yes.
So you must focus on being mentally well at all times. But just relaxation, just taking some me time for yourself is very important.
Thank you. And before we leave, I want to ask you, how has the COVID impacted your operations?
Well, it has impacted our operations significantly. However, we have weathered the storm. What I like to say to persons or businesses like mine, you have to be very proactive. Well, first of all, I truly believe we survived COVID because person knew us before for employing sanitation, excellent, a clean area at all times. Our tools are always clean, our young ladies are always clean, and so all we had to really do was to step it up. So although we have lost, when I say lost, meaning I know they will come back after COVID, but we have our numbers in terms of the older persons, because really and truly our demographic is really the older men. So our age range is normally like from 30s, late 30s up, right? Very few are in their 20s, and it's usually like young managerial staff or young supervisory staff that come in, or people who are just upwardly mobile, or people who just have that kind of mindset that they want to be groomed properly, and they also want to socialize with persons or people who they see going in the same direction as they do. Because I remember we were interviewing a youngster who has been here from he's about 7 years old, and I asked him what was it about Totally Male that he enjoyed, because he's now 15, and he said that he's never he has never been here and not seen somebody who is not going anywhere. And I thought that was so profound, because that's an impression that a young man needs for his own positive energy and stability, and you know that kind of role model for him is huge, you know. So I enjoy knowing that we make a difference. But with regards to COVID, I find that persons who were not very, I don't want to say, let's say not too comfortable with the sanitation of their barbershop, they are not coming here. And so although we lost a few of the older ones, we have gained some persons who weren't coming here before. So it kind of balanced back out a little bit. We had some big dips like March of last year. We had some, you know, like a big drop because nobody really knew what was happening. you know, and then during election time, after election time, we had that spike, we had another little lull, but we have been able to manage. And you just have to manage the bills. Sometimes we have to juggle staff. Sometimes some have to stay home while some come to work.
Yes.
But for the most part, I've not really had to send home anybody. We just manage. We are managing. We're coping. And of course, without God, there is nothing. So I continue to pray and continue to give thanks, and I live gratitude on a daily basis as a major part of my lifestyle. And so we have been coping, and my staff seem happy. So I'm very happy about that. So we are managing, we're coping. And this COVID came right after we had this big move here, because we weren't here before. We were at Spartan, and so it caught us not with our pants down, but with our pants loose. Our pants tight, whichever one you want to look at it. Because it was really rough, because we spent a lot to relocate, and so we had just moved. But as I said, God is good. We're managing, we're coping.
It's being positive.
Yeah, being positive. And to be totally honest, if I'm frank, the men are a little easier to deal with. Women tend to be more panic. They panic more. Men tend to, if they trust you, it's not even that so much that they're taking a risk. If they trust you and they know that you will do what is necessary, they will ease you. Women now are more skeptical, they're more iffy. Whereas men, if you say when do, alright, I'm with you. People say men are not loyal. That's not true. That's not my experience. Men are loyal to what they want to be loyal to.
Yes, I agree with that.
They don't go anywhere else. I would have to really, really do something really, really bad for them not to stay. But we do understand the older folks who possibly have other underlying issues that are not coming. But they'll be back, I'm sure of it.
Yes. And I'm really enjoying this conversation. But before you leave, I would like to ask what advice you could give to young investors, young entrepreneurs in Jamaica in 2021.
What I advise them? I advise them right now. Now is the time, as hard as it is, now is the time to look for opportunities. Because there are many opportunities that will come up at this time. In every challenge, there's always opportunities.
Yes, that's right.
You'll have some losers, but you'll have some winners. So you just need to focus on being on the side of the winning side. Don't look at the glass as half empty. Look at the glass as half full. I have never not walked in. I tell people all the while. I'm definitely. I think I was born an entrepreneur. For every room that I enter, I see many opportunities. People allow fear to cripple them. I am saying to all the young entrepreneurs out there, do not let fear cripple you. Find out what it is, what your purpose is. Find out what it is that you love to do. Ask questions. Don't assume you cannot do it. Ask questions. Seek mentors. Right? If you, let's say the spa, more people are helpful than not. People assume that if I go and ask Miss Samuel, she's not going to give me the information. That's not true. In coming up, I have had a lot of help from persons, from unknown sources that I would never have thought, right? But I was bold enough to ask. You have to ask. You have to put yourself out there and do not assume that people have help. I did it alone, not alone, but by myself with the help of others. I'm the only owner of Totally Meal. but I have my staff who is an integral part of the business. Hire wisely, hire slowly, fire quickly when it's not a fit for your business. And what I find also is that hire a personality instead of the skill. I want to say instead of more than the skill.
That's
the
interesting.
skill you can teach. You cannot
teach a personality.
Right? One of the questions that I ask in my interviews, are you a happy person? Do you like people? That is because we sell happiness.
Yes.
So you cannot be sad and work in an environment where happiness is required.
That's right.
And we, as a spa, we don't sell mani-pedi, massage, facial. We offer that, but what we are really offering is care. That's our number one priority. We offer care. Care, relaxation, happiness. Because we care about our clients. We don't do this for money. Money have to pay bills.
Yes.
Money have to pay staff.
Yes.
But this is something, this is out of the love. Right? So that is critical because not everybody focus on customer service. Customer service is king. And customer service is not something that you learn. Customer service must come from within. You just learn the different aspects of customer service. But I don't think that customer service can be learned from someone who is not interested.
So true.
So that's my advice. Go out there. There are always opportunities, and you don't have to look outside of Jamaica for opportunities. There are many opportunities right here in Jamaica. When I hear people say they have to go overseas to earn, they will go overseas and they'll work 2, 3, 4 jobs. But they want to work one job here and earn what they want. It's not going to happen. I don't think I've ever had one job. Have I ever had one job? I don't think so. I always have some side hustle doing something.
Yes.
You have to push. You're pushing the young, not my old stage here now, but
a
young man like you. Yeah man, you have to push. Once you have the time and you have the energy, push. It's the thing that you want to do, ask how it happened, how you go about doing this, how did that person succeed. And you may be surprised, a lot of people like this, you look out there and say, oh, one of the wealthy man boys, they have so much, a lot of them get grants.
True.
A lot of them get grants.
True.
But because you don't seek the knowledge, you
don't
don't know how they got it.
Yeah, that's true.
And you make a lot of assumptions. Don't assume. Don't ever assume. Find out. Check it out. Investigate. Success is around the corner. As long as you want it and you ask that for it, be careful what you ask for because you will get it. Right?
Yes, absolutely.
So make sure when you ask God for something, you put in the word. That's
right.
When it comes, you must be ready.
That's true.
Yes.
Thank you. We're at the end of the program. And before we leave, Ms. Samuels, could you give the viewers information where they can find you and your location?
Okay. So we are in New Kingston. We are at 6 Windsor Avenue. We are off Fairway. We're off Fairway. And our numbers, it's 876-906-6253 or 876-285-1750.
There you have it. Thank you.